Yo, what is up everyone? You know who it is. It's Brian Bombs, aka Sir Sweats a Lot. Today we're going into depth about the Kilo 141 and whether or not you should be using the 50 round mag or the 60 round mag. We're going to dive into the raw stats, compare recoil patterns, check out the visual recoil, and see if the 10 rounds makes a significant difference in Warzone. Before we get into it, please take a moment to empty a clip into the thumbs up button. Go ahead, I'll wait. Alright, now that you gave the video a thumbs up, all the data I'm going to be showing you right now is from truegamedata.com. It'll show you the true stats behind all the weapons and attachments. The first stat we're looking at is the ADS speed. They both have the same ADS increase of 12 milliseconds, so it's equal there. The next stat is movement speed. With the 60 round mag, you'll be moving 1.5% slower than the 50 round mag. You only really feel this change when you're aggressive, jumping around, and using it in short bursts for gunfights. If you're running to far locations, the 60 round mag will feel slow. I've heard people talk about how slow this gun is compared to the other ARs. To give you an idea of how slow this Warzone loadout for the Kilo looks compared to the popular guns in Warzone, here's how it compares. All the guns except the Bruin have 60 round mags, and they all have standard meta Warzone loadouts. In first place we have the Bruin, the Grau, M13, M4A1, and in last place we have the Kilo. When swapping the Kilo for the 50 round mag, here are the new ranks. The Kilo jumps up to the number 3 spot, which makes it ideal if you want to run and gun in closer gunfights with an AR. However, the Kilo's time to kill gets beaten by all the ARs up until about 50 meters. If you were to substitute the optic for a Tac Laser, then you would get an identical time to kill as the Grau. The problem with doing this is that the iron sights are not as good in comparison to the Grau, so if you're going to do that, then you're better off just using the Grau. With that said, I would stick to the 60 round mag because the Kilo strength is in medium to long range gunfights, due to its low time to kill and its low recoil. Speaking of recoil, the Kilo's recoil is so low that I have to test it from a farther spot to accentuate the recoil pattern. The surface I'm comparing the recoil on isn't perfectly perpendicular to my shot, but the slight angle won't significantly affect the pattern. I only shot 50 bullets from the 60 round mag, and I also used a loadout with maximum aiming stability so that the results were as consistent as possible. Here were the results of the 5 tests I did. I wasn't able to notice any average difference. I paid attention to the bullet jump, direction, amplitude, and they were identical on average. They both had the same bullet density, similar areas, etc. If I had to pick one recoil over the other, I'd pick either of them because they're identical. Do you see any difference? Let me know in the comments if you saw any difference between the two. Now that we've figured out that the recoil patterns are identical, let's see if there's a difference between the visual recoils. The visual recoil is how much the gun moves between shots. The less movement there is, the easier it is to stay on target. I'm going to be using a standard Warzone loadout for this test. It was incredibly difficult to find a difference. In super slow-mo, it looks like the 50 round mag bounces ever so slightly more. In real time, there's basically no difference. So the 50 round mag and the 60 round mag have no difference in terms of recoil pattern and visual recoil. Now onto whether or not the 10 rounds makes a difference in Warzone. The Kilo is basically a pre-nerf grau, and you can mow down people from very far away, and it takes a lot of bullets to do so. When I was using the 50 round mag, I was able to get downs and kills with it. There's maybe 1 or 2 times where the extra bullets would have helped. The main thing I want to point out is that I was close to empty on a mag when I full killed someone from far range. The extra 10 bullets could mean you down an extra person. If you have a good shot, then you can get away with the 50 round mag. If you don't have a good shot, or if you take gunfights from sniper range, then go with the bigger mag. Another situation where you would lean towards the 60 round is in quads, because sometimes you are in a position to down 3 to 4 people on a rotate, and reloading would mean some getaway. For trios, you could lean towards one or the other. Personally, I would consider the 50 round mags for solos, duos, and maybe trios. I would consider the 60 round mag for maybe trios and definitely quads. In conclusion, to use the 50 round mag, you have to consider your playstyle, game mode, and skill. If you have a run and gun style where you're running from cover to cover with the kilo, then you should consider the 50 round mag, with the caveat being you have to play smart because you will get outgunned by other guns, like the M4. If you have a W key style where you push almost everything, then you're better off with a gun like the Grau or M4 instead of the 50 round mag kilo. If playing quads, you should be using the 60 round mag. Else, you can use the 50 round mag. The last factor is your skill. If you miss more shots than you make, then just use the 60 round mag. I hope this video has helped you make your decision. Please don't forget to give the video a like and consider subscribing. Shoots!